So, St. Patrick's Day, we have green in the kitchen. Rita Carey Rubin joins us, and she is a registered dietitian, also an educator on diabetes, and the host of Yavapai Regional Medical Center's Your Healthy Kitchen. Great to have you with us today for St. Patty's Day, Rita.
Wonderful as always to be here. Thank you.
Well, you've done a bang-up job of putting green on the set for St. Patty's Day.
It's a bit of green, yes.
So what are you making for us today?
Well, you know, one of my favorite things to do with greens in the spring is to make pesto. Because spring is just this fabulous time to really incorporate all things green into your diet. There's baby greens growing in the garden and fresh herbs and at the farmer's market, and so it's just a wonderful time to
does
play
pesto
with those
actually mean green?
Does what?
Pesto, is that a word that means it's always green if it's pesto?
Well, I don't know, not necessarily. I think the traditional pesto is certainly basil, olive oil, some sort of nut, and cheese. Sure. But really, you can make pesto out of anything green, and even things that aren't green. I've made pestos out of beets and
because I know
tomatoes.
I always think of, you know, when I'm getting a wonderful dish with pesto on it, I'm always thinking green. Oh, I love their green. Right. Are there more than, well, obviously you just said more than one kind of pestos?
Sure, sure. And like I said, spring is a great time to play with all the green things. So there's you know, lots of different herbs. So parsley and cilantro make lovely pestos. Baby greens, because they're tender and sort of sweet and not so bitter as, you know, mature greens can be. So we've got some baby arugula here and some baby kale from Whipstone Farm out in Paulden. Make beautiful pestos, and even things like broccoli or pea shoots, which you can grow at home or get them from the sprout guy at the Prescott Farmers Market. Carrot tops, you know, all those things make. Oh my
goodness, I tell you, this has got to be the luck of the Irish to have you here today, is what I'm thinking. So, is it hard to make? Can you show us how to make a good pesto?
Oh, of course. You know, that's one of the, I think the wonderful things about pesto is, first, it's really easy. You know, it's one of those things that you can get instant gratification from in the kitchen. So you take some greens and some nuts and some olive oil and some cheese, and you put it in the food processor, and voila, you have pesto. And it's also,
I could do it.
Yeah, it's easy. And it's so nutritious. So pesto, with all those greens, is packed with things like iron and magnesium and calcium and phytochemicals, those nutrients that help us fight things like cancer and inflammation, and even help our livers remove toxins from our body, which is probably useful today.
And this is why your kitchen is so healthy, Rita, because you know all this stuff.
Yeah.
And it is amazing how green seems to be the color of the most nutrients for us.
It is,
isn't it?
It is. And one thing about pesto too is it's so delicious. There's this pop of flavor with the herbs and the richness of the cheese and the nuts and the olive oil, and I actually like to add a little citrus sometimes to the pesto, some lime or lemon, so there's this bright pop of flavor.
Ooh, love it. Okay, so, where do we start?
So actually, my favorite pesto, believe it or not, is, especially in the spring, is to make pesto from carrot tops.
I don't think I've ever purposely eaten carrot tops.
I don't think many people have.
And they were any good.
No, and you know, I resisted making carrot top pesto for a long time because I thought that just can't be good. But it's delicious. And so, so really, to make pesto, you can follow a basic recipe where you start with some garlic, small or large. I used a small clove first because you can always add more garlic.
That's right, yes.
But you can't take it out,
too garlicky, although garlic is marvelous and healthy too.
Yes, so some garlic, about 1/3 of a cup of some sort of nuts. Those are walnuts, but you could use pecans or pistachios. About 1/3 of a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. And you could also use different cheeses here, like Manchego or Romano.
Something with a little bite.
Something with a little bite.
Okay.
And then about a couple cups of some loosely packed greens. So there's.
And these are your carrot
those
greens.
Carrot tops.
I can't believe it. Are they good? So they're good raw, because you don't cook pesto.
Yeah, pesto is just basically
an
uncooked sauce.
Okay.
And so you take all that stuff and give it a little grind here.
These are magic. These food processors are amazing.
Thank goodness for food processors.
I know. I only have a baby one, so I have to do like half a batch at a time.
It's okay.
I should spring for a large one, right?
Small things are beautiful. So grind everything all up, and then what you want to do is add some olive oil, and I add it as the food processor is going.
Now that's kind of a mayonnaise trick, isn't it?
It is. You're right.
Yeah, where you add the oil as it's
Right,
mixing.
right.
Okay.
And just keep an eye on it and add as much as you want, depending on what texture you want with the pesto. So if you want kind of chunky, thick pesto.
Oh my gosh, you see that changing
isn't that
into a
neat?
real liquid, right?
Yeah, and the more liquidy you want, the more palatable you can.
And you can watch it happen, which is always a
Isn't that
nice thing
fun?
to see what you want.
That instant gratification.
Oh, my
gotta love
favorite.
it.
This is my favorite thing. I love lemons. You know?
And then with the carrot top pesto, the lemon really brings out the flavor. So
Are they kind of bitter? Like I could probably just taste
got
them like right now.
They
Okay,
do.
I'm gonna
They have
taste
a
one of these
little
and be really
bitter
brave.
edge to them,
You know, they're actually
but they're
pretty good.
It's very green.
How come we never heard about this? Where's your beet greens and
Sure, you could try it with anything green. So a little,
actually very good.
little lemon juice, a little salt, and that's it.
This is so simple, honestly. I could actually do this at home. If I get a big Cuisinart,
You need a big one.
a big food processor, I can do it.
Right.
Okay, now what do you eat pesto with? What is it best with?
Oh gosh, you could put pesto on anything. I love it on top, a dollop on top of soup, especially nice springtime soups. Potatoes, roasted vegetables, grilled vegetables. You could put it on meats and fish and chicken.
So just about everything. Of course, I love it on pasta. But I mean, you've got these beautiful carrots here that look like heritage carrots. So you could probably put them on that too.
You could, and this would be a lovely St. Patty's Day addition, right?
Rita Carey Rubin, amazing. You always teach me things, and they're always healthy.
Oh, it's
That's
so
why
good
you're
to
the
be here.
host of Yavapai Regional Medical
Yes,
Center's thing. So where can people find information on your Healthy Kitchen?
Yep, so Your Healthy Kitchen is from Yavapai Regional Medical Center. You can go to yrmchealthconnect.org. And you can also follow us at YRMC's Your Healthy Kitchen on Facebook.
There you have it. Rita Carey Rubin, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
I'm inspired. I'm going to make some
good.
yummy pesto.
Yeah.